Welcome to the Mustache and the Beard.com, two great geeks.
Changing the world one post at a time.
Yes.
And having fun doing it.
Yes, it's Women's Empowerment Month, and this is our Women's Empowerment edition of Ask Two Great Geeks, number 9.
Number 9. And who are you?
My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache. And as always, I'm here with my best buddy,
Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard, coming to you live from sunny Puerto Rico. And it's a good day. It's a good day over here. I hope all of you are having a good day. I know some of you are a bit under the weather. We're still recovering from snowstorms and winter and everything, and our hearts go out to you.
Under the weather? That's like funny.
No, I really didn't mean it.
Okay, I know. They're funnier when you don't mean them. All right. So, as always, our Ask Two Great Geeks. Why don't you tell them a little bit about what an Ask Two Great Geeks video is?
What an Ask Two Great Geeks. It is. We get when we first started this, being naive. We said if anyone had any questions, that you could text us and ask any questions, and we would try to answer your question. And if it involved a little research, that we would do it. That's actually what we expected to get, was research questions. Like, for example, Superman came out in 1938, but he couldn't fly. When was it that he started flying? That sort of thing. No. We got other kinds of questions.
But we've gotten those types of questions all our lives, so it's not like... It's like, okay, usually our response was...
Well, we were prepared to do research if we had to. We were prepared to say, okay, I don't know, but I'll get back to you. I'll find out and I'll get back to you. But we didn't actually get those type of questions. We got more that involved thinking, which is not always our strongest suit.
Yeah, and not off the cuff. We needed to
contemplate.
Really,
and so much of it personal opinion. Like, for example, the time that we were asked to come up with in Star Trek our dream team, the perfect crew. Which meant that we had to actually think about every show and the cast members of every show
and all specialties
and everything. It really involved a lot of work. That's actually the kind of questions that we've been getting, and since it involves so much work and therefore so much explanation, we wound up, instead of asking these and answering these questions as part of something else,
red capers,
we wound up having to do its own video because it simply wound up taking up too much time.
All right, so today's question is going to be one of those longer questions that take a little time for us to get to. So, in your first Ask Two Great Geeks video, you made a Star Trek dream team.
Right.
Can you make an all-female superhero team that includes 1, speed flight. 2, super strength. 3, fighting skill. 4, mental telepathic powers. Number 5, energy projection. Number 6, resistance to injury. And number 7, morphing. So this is supposed to be a dream team of the best in these 7 categories. So 7 superheroes.
And it was across the board. It
Yes.
wasn't just Marvel or DC. It across the entire comic book spectrum.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, not even comic book, because we said that even movies, books,
TV shows,
whatever.
All right. So, of course, it took us a little while to think about these things because now we opened it up to every comic company, TV shows, and all of that.
Yeah, when you take into account, I mean, I know that the biggies, of course, are Marvel and DC, but there's Dark Horse, there's Image, there's IDW, there's Dynamite, there's Moonstone, there's all kinds of comic companies, and that's comic books. Okay, the movies. You have movies that have nothing to do with Hancock. With
Will Smith.
With Will Smith, right? Superhero movie has nothing to do with any comic.
All right, so this is all supposed to be an all-women's team,
right?
And so we're going to start off with our first category, speed flight. You want to go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. My choice for my dream team, speed flight, is Jessie Quick from DC Comics. Okay, she is the daughter of 2 Golden Age superheroes. Her mother is Liberty Bell, and her father is Johnny Quick, right? And she inherited her powers from both of her parents. So she's got super strength from her mother, Liberty Bell, and she's got super speed, including flight, from her father, Johnny Quick, which makes her pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty doggone fast.
Doggone fast and doggone powerful. And she's been a member of both the Justice Society and the Justice League. So that is my choice. Again, her name is Jessie Quick. Her action name is Jessie Quick. Her real name is Jessie Chalmers.
Awesome.
That's my choice for...
Okay, so that's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
My number 1, again, because this is our dream team, I took mine from DC Comics, Supergirl, because she's born on the planet Krypton as Kara Zor-El. Throughout the DC continuity, she has had a long and complicated history.
Yeah,
Action Comics.
We're talking about DC.
Yeah, Action. DC. I know, we're going to hear this a lot. Action Comics number 252, May 1959. But through it all, I love the current incarnation in the Arrowverse. So I like this.
I'm with you. I love her.
Yeah, she is not a copy of Superman.
In her show?
She is her own being, an alien with compassion and heart. She has the qualities we admire in all of our heroes.
And she's fast as hell.
Empathy. She is not from the planet Earth, but she is most assuredly with the planet Earth. And she's played by Melissa Benoist, who I think is just fabulous. And that's all.
Too bad the show's...
I know, it's canceled. It's been canceled.
But,
so that my choice is...
my understanding is she finagled a
movies.
Deal with Warner Brothers, I think it is.
Yeah, so she's going to do movies.
Yeah, so she's not disappearing.
No.
She's just disappearing as Supergirl.
So Speed Flight, Supergirl.
Yay!
So now we go to category 2.
Category 2.
Super Strength.
Super Strength. Well, I gotta tell you, female, super strength, the love of my life, She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Come on. Who else could it be? You gotta love them when they're green. You gotta love them. And she manages to make green sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
especially John Burns.
Oh, especially John Burns, She-Hulk. Oh my God, incredible! And I love the character in a time when most characters are angst-ridden. Oh, woe is me. You know, I mean, oh God, I'm so sick to death of that. Every hero, oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me. She's like, yeah, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am a woman, eat your hearts out. I love that about her. And let's face it, you can't get any stronger than She-Hulk. Loved her, her original comic, which got canceled. Then she became an Avenger. Loved her in the Avengers, right? She had a nice relationship with Hawkeye, little fling there with Hercules, you know. And then she got her own comic again, which John Byrne did. Fantastic comic, and she's still around. She that all-girl Avengers team that they had briefly. That she was the leader of that Avengers team. She's what more can I say? And on top of that, she's the Hulk's cousin. I mean, come on, you know that's why she's the She-Hulk. She got shot. Bruce Banner used his blood as a transfusion to save his cousin's life, and he wound up irradiating her, and she became the She-Hulk. What else can I say? That's my number 2.
Your number 2 is She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, Marvel Comics.
My number 2 is She-Hulk. From Marvel Comics.
Okay, so I should have let you talk.
No, Jennifer Susan Walters is her. Right. Now she's a lawyer, and then she got the blood transfusion, like you said.
She was an innocent bystander and got shot.
From her cousin, she got the blood transfusion. Now listen, you say you don't like angst-ridden. She was angst-ridden as the lawyer. You know, she was shy and, but no, when she turned green, she came out of her shell. So, yeah, she appeared in She-Hulk #1 in February 1980. And the reason why she was created specifically to capitalize on the success of the Hulk TV show.
Right. Stan Lee had heard a rumor
there you go.
that the network was going to do a female version of the Hulk, in which case they would have owned the rights to the character. He didn't want that, so he created She-Hulk to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, from Bionic Man, they did Bionic Woman, and Stan Lee was like, first we got to get a She-Hulk in there before they take the She-Hulk idea.
Because while the $6 Million Man was created by Martin Caidin, he gets no credit for the Bionic Woman. And so wisely,
yes,
Stan Lee said, no, that's not going to happen.
Yes. However, I do contend that She-Hulk is her own character.
Yes,
she's absolutely not a copy of the Hulk. She's usually portrayed as a witty, sexually attractive character. She has blossomed where she embraces her sexuality. I know her history has been complicated and convoluted and even retconned, which, we hate, or I hate. Retcon is retroactive continuity. It's a literary device where they go back to the history and alter the history so that they could fit it into today's society.
I don't mind a retcon that adds. For example, not knowing that a character had a brother and then you introduce that brother. That's a retcon, but you're not really changing the continuity. You're adding to it, right? That's okay. It's not okay when you say, oh, this person...
it wasn't a blood transfusion. It
was something else.
Yeah, something else.
Yeah. That's making a change. That's for us.
Yes.
That's a no-no.
It spits in the face of fans that have followed her from her beginning.
And I think it's lazy writing.
It is lazy.
And as a writer, I have the right to say that, and you have the right to say that. It is lazy writing. And if there's any comic book writers out there that are listening to us, DC or Marvel or whatever, and you hear us saying that it's lazy writing, I apologize, but you are a lazy writer if you do that. Okay?
I don't apologize. Listen, yes, so for our number 2 super strength, both of us have She-Hulk. Okay, now our third category is fighting skill.
Fighting skill. Guess who I picked?
Who did you pick?
Jaguar. From Impact Comics.
Yeah.
I picked Jaguar from Impact Comics.
Yes.
Okay? Maria da Costa, Brazilian, inherits apparently this goes through her family line on the female side, so that when her aunt dies, she gains the power of the Jaguar. Okay? That's her brief origin. Impact Comics was DC licensing the superhero characters from Archie Comics and coming up with a new take on them. So Archie Comics had a male superhero called the Jaguar, who was basically Vixen with all the animal powers. That was Jaguar, but the Impact Comics version was a female. And not animal powers, but cat powers, similar to Tigra, similar to Cheetah, the bad girl in Wonder Woman, similar to that. I loved this character on Impact Comics. Loved her. Probably my favorite one of the entire Impact Comic line. I bought every issue, right? And Jaguar has an special place in my heart, and I'll tell you why. Lewis's brother, Mark. We've said this before. If he was still around, it would be the three of us here, right? He, at the time that the Jaguar was out, he was doing stuff freelance. And he got hired to do a cover of Jaguar. So one of the covers of Jaguar, Lewis's brother Mark did.
Yes, as a Mark Matos cover.
As a Mark Matos cover, and he signed my copy of that. I still have it at home, and I can't look at Jaguar without thinking of Mark. And that incredible cover that he did. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you how good that cover is. That if you Google Jaguar Impact Comics, that picture comes out.
Yeah.
Okay? So anyway, that's my number 3.
Okay, Jaguar. Now for my fighting skill, I had a lot that I considered. I considered one of the the Cyblade. I don't remember her name. Oh, Witchblade. Witchblade.
Oh, right.
I considered Witchblade.
Right.
I considered She. Another
right,
one.
S-H-I.
Yes.
She.
So, yeah.
Right.
But the person that I chose was Shuri from Marvel Comics. She's Black Panther's sister.
Right.
She's the daughter of Tohaka, sister of T'Challa. In the comics, while the Black Panther recuperated, Shuri took the role of the Black Panther.
That's right.
So so you have the Jaguar, I have the Black Panther. She went through the trials. She has enhanced speed, agility, strength, endurance with heightened senses. Her uniform is composed of vibranium. She's a martial artist with anamorphism. She can turn into a large black bird. I don't know why, and can even reanimate corpses for a short while. I researched her, and I'm like, what couldn't she do?
They recently introduced in Wakanda a sub-city, or a city, because Wakanda is the
country,
nation, Necropolis. and as a Black Panther, you are the king of Necropolis, the king of the dead. So that is probably where that stems from.
Yeah, she first appeared in Black Panther #2, May 2005, so relatively recent. And she's
in the movie.
Yeah, she's going to be, and they were thinking of having Shuri replacing the Black Panther in the movies.
Yeah.
So, perfect, I think. So, mine is Shuri.
Yay! I like it.
All right, so now we've gotten to our now number 4 character. Mental telepathy.
Mental power.
Yes.
Mental power. Okay, and it's got to be female. Because, naturally, if it had been male, everybody would go to Professor X. Across the board. I don't think there would be any deviation. Everybody would say Professor X. But keeping that in mind, for my mental powers, all-female team, I picked Marvel Girl, Jean Grey. Been there since
1960.
Been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Since X-Men started. Has gone through many incarnations. Right? Started out as simply a telekinetic. Then it was later retcon that she also had telepathic abilities, which had been suppressed until such time as she could control them. Okay? And Professor X got a lot of flack for that. But, trained as an X-Men, at one point, is in control of the Phoenix Force, lover and wife of Cyclops,
Scott Summers.
Scott Summers, right? Sideways mother of Cable, technically
a different.
Madeline Pryor gave birth to Cable, but Madeline Pryor was her clone, so therefore it's still her genetic material. So it's when you talk about characters that are 50 or 60 years old, there's a lot of history,
convoluted and complicated.
A lot of history, but through it all, telepath, telekinetic, founder of the X-Men, one of the most stable forces within the X-Men, and I love redheads. So
she ticks all the boxes.
Yep, absolutely. So she is my choice for female with mental powers.
Marvel Girl. From Marvel Comics. Mine is Phoenix.
But which one?
Jean Grey. Jean Grey, because she's again telepath, telekinetic. Again, these powers were retcon changed. She's a mutant, so she was born with these abilities. But while acting as avatar for the Phoenix Force, Jean's powers are magnified to where she can manipulate matter at the atomic level.
Yeah,
I mean, this is now like godlike ability.
She could create, well, not out of nothing, but she can create stuff out of free atoms.
Yeah, so she can teleport and be almost immortal. So they say Omega level ability, which is approaching godlike, to the point where she could actually fight Galactus.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so I'm just saying that she got to the point where she is, almost God. So therefore, I loved Jean Grey, and especially that whole Dark Phoenix saga. Loved it, cried, and so I love this character. And of course, if you're talking about having a mental ability, you gotta go with Marvel Girl / Phoenix / Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey. So that's my pick for number 4.
Yay! This is number 5?
Yes.
Number 5 is...
Energy projection.
Energy projection. Okay. I chose from DC Comics. Jade.
Jade?
Jade. Okay. Right? Jade is the daughter of the original Green Lantern.
Oh.
The Alan Scott Green Lantern.
Wow.
He had a daughter. Apparently, on his honeymoon, he used his Green Lantern powers, the Green Lantern power ring, to ensure privacy for his honeymoon. And inadvertently, they conceived on the honeymoon, and she was born with the powers of a Green Lantern power ring naturally. Okay? So she has all the abilities of a Green Lantern power, which you can't get any bigger in terms of energy projection than Green Lantern, but not in a ring. Naturally.
So she's Justice League Europe or international?
She was, but prior to that, she was part of Infinity Inc., which was made up of the children of the Justice Society, right? And then she's also been a part of the Titans, where she became lovers with Kyle Rayner, the current Green Lantern, and she actually joins the Green Lantern Corps. So she was a Green Lantern, with natural.
So she was in a lot of different teams.
She was in a lot of what they were trying to do is that they were trying to hang on to her, and like Infinity Inc. is canceled, so they were trying to
fit her in,
keeping her around. I found her a very interesting character. I like green women because she's all green. She's like the She-Hulk. She's all green. Unlike the She-Hulk, she's not buff. But she's all green with dark green hair.
She's a lot softer.
And she has like a star beauty mark on the palm of her hand, which she uses to project her power through. Not that she needs to, but that's what she does. And she was a very don't get me wrong. She had her moments of angst. She's in a love affair with Kyle Rayner, so in comics, if you have in a relationship with another superhero, it's
complicated.
Yeah, it's soap opera time. It's soap opera time. But for the most part, she was young, early 20s, and fun-loving, and pretty, and smiling, and I just like those upbeat characters. So they're so few, and maybe that's why I enjoy Spider-Man so much. He was always joking, even
when he was suffering.
Even when he was suffering, he was still cracking jokes, and I just kind of gravitate towards that. But that's my energy projector, Jade. I think her name is Jenny Lynn Hayden. Jenny Lynn Hayden, Jade, the daughter of Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern.
Awesome, Jade. All right, so my energy projection dream team person is Starfire from DC Comics.
Oh, yes.
She is an alien-born princess, Coriander, on the planet Tamaran, introduced in DC Comics Presents number 26 in October 1986. She's a Titan. She was a Teen Titan. She was a Titan. She served in JLA. She was in the Red Hood and the Outlaws. Back to the Teen Titans because now she was a counselor. Her powers are she absorbs ultraviolet radiation, convert it to energy, and she can fly and shoot star bolts. She's super strong.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And in the Titans TV show, she is black. Anna Diop is the actress, and oh my God, the way that George Perez draws her, and you see her realized in a real person, and I'm like, yeah, that's who he was talking about. So yes, I love Starfire. Corey Andrews as she humanized her name. So my pick for energy projection for our dream team of superhero women is Starfire.
Yay! So the next one is the number 6, right?
Yep.
Resistance to injury. Well, resistance to injury can cover a lot of bases,
yes,
right?
Of course.
Because your first thought is somebody that's invulnerable, like
Supergirl,
right? But when you stop and you think about it, resistance to injury could be like someone like Shadowcat, who becomes immaterial. You can't hurt her.
Uh-huh.
And then my next, moving on from there, I thought, okay, how about force fields? And the minute I think of force fields, I think Invisible Woman. So here is a person who can become invisible, so you can't hurt her, right? And she can create force fields, so you can't hurt her. And then on top of that, she can create force fields in any size and shape. So, for example, she's now creating shields and swords and weapons that are invisible, but there. Mm-hmm. And she's traveling. I got to hand it to John Byrne. He's the one that came up with this. If Iceman can create a slide for him to travel, right? Conceivably, Invisible Woman could create the same thing for her. So now he has her in effect flying, propelled by her force field. I said, forget it. I mean, that has to be like the ultimate resistance to injury. So I went with an Invisible Woman. Susan Storm Richards, been there since the beginning of Marvel Comics, because Marvel Comics starts with Fantastic Four #1.
November 1961.
1961. Don't tell me that you have her down as
It's a great idea, I'll tell you.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to end it here and let
you can keep talking.
No, let's go on.
She's my leader. She's my leader.
Mine too. Mine too. Mine too.
Because again, she's been there from the beginning. Her husband was the leader of the Fantastic Four, but she's wife to Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. She's mother to Franklin and Valeria. She's sister to Johnny Storm. Long and complicated history, but she is a mother. And because she is a mother, I think she is the smartest. And in fact, there is an episode, an issue of the comics where Dr. Doom says she is the most dangerous of the Fantastic Four.
He does. He says that she's the most dangerous
single strongest member of the Fantastic Four, even when She-Hulk was a member of the Fantastic Four. So, said by Dr. Doom, invisibility, force field projection, my resistance to injury is the leader of my team.
Mine too.
Invisible Woman, take a bow. I kind of thought that we would. I thought you'd have her somewhere else, though.
You know that recently, this is a retcon, okay? Recently, it is established that she has been freelancing as an agent for Nick Fury.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, because Nick Fury now in Marvel, there's no Shield. Well, he's not associated with Shield, but he gets people to do jobs for him. And he gets the Wasp to do jobs for him. And one of the people that he's been getting to do jobs for him is Invisible Woman. So, like for example, he gets her to infiltrate the Latvian embassy to get some information. In that same issue, it turns out that there is something buried underneath the Baxter building that Reed never told anybody, and it destroys the building. So at the very end, one of the things that I love about their relationship is that they're sitting in the rubble, and he goes, "So you've been going on jobs for Nick Fury, huh?" And she says, "So you had that buried under our home, and you didn't tell me anything." And he goes, "No more secrets?" I said, "No more secrets." Okay. I love that. I love that. So that's why, for me, not only is she the resistance to injury person, but the leader. You're absolutely right. Who better than a mother?
She's a mother.
She's a mother.
A woman in power. I think it's cool that you've had some that we've had some that are in common and some that have been different. All right, so let's go on to our last member.
Right, morphing.
Morphing ability.
I struggled with this one because there is not that many female morphers, you know. But I've never made any secret of the fact that my favorite comic is the Legion of Superheroes, right? And they have two morphers in the Legion of Superheroes. They have Chameleon Boy, who in effect is the ultimate morpher because he can become his power description is he can transform himself into anything that he's ever seen or can imagine. Okay, that's
that can imagine a lot.
Yeah, that's powerful. The thing is that he can't become energy, so he can't transform himself into flame. But by the same token, he can make himself look like gunpowder, but he can't explode. And then the other thing is that he can make himself look like Superboy, but he doesn't get Superboy's powers. You know, but if he does make himself into an elephant, he does have the elephant strength. You know, it's within those parameters. For a time, he left and was replaced by Chameleon Girl. Same powers, same planet, same look, except that it's a female. So, and she became actually very popular. She married Colossal Boy. So, that's who I went. Her name is Yira Allen from the planet Durla in the 31st century, and she's a member in good standing of the Legion of Superheroes, the wife of Colossal Boy, and I chose her as my last entry for Morphing.
And DC. From DC Comics.
Right, from DC Comics.
All right, and I thought of Snowbird from Marvel Comics, but ultimately I went with someone that is far stronger. I chose Rogue because she has the mutant ability that she can take your powers and transform herself into that. Right. So
and if it requires a physical transformation, then she physically transforms.
Right.
So for example, if she touches Angel, she not only flies, but she gets the wings.
Yes.
Right.
All right. So she is Anna Maria. Anna Marie is her only. All we know about her name. We don't know her last name. She is a super strong because she absorbed that, and she kept it. She flies, but she also has the ability to absorb the psyche and powers of other people. This is temporary, although some changes have been long-lasting. Rogue is a very powerful member of the X-Men, and she, I love, some of the storylines that she's been involved with, because even though most of the characters that we've talked about don't have angst, this one does. And it's okay to have,
it's part of her backstory.
I mean, you think of absorbing somebody's psychology.
She can't kiss.
Exactly. So
she can't, no matter how much she may love that person, she can't kiss that person.
She can't have a physical relationship with anybody. Yeah, so my entry into my superhero dream team with the morphing ability is Rogue. So,
very good.
All right. I like your superhero team.
Let's do a recap. What were your 7 characters?
My 7 characters were Supergirl, She-Hulk, make me go back.
Shuri.
Shuri's number 3. Number 4 is
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. No.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. The number 5 is Starfire. Number 6 is Invisible Woman. Number 7 is Rogue.
Rogue. Right. And first. And then my 7 was
Supergirl.
Jesse Quick.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Jesse Quick. She-Hulk. Jaguar.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, right? Jade, Invisible Woman, and chameleon drug. Right.
All right. Awesome. So those are our 7.
That's our dream team.
Yes.
Now let us know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And if you want, you can come up with your own dream team, with the same parameters, and we'll even say it. We'll even say it in one of our videos.
Yes, well, definitely.
Yeah, we'll list your dream team and give out your name, give you a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Awesome. So this is one of our video entries for Women's Empowerment Month. We hope that you feel that we've done them justice by treating them not just as beautiful and sexy, but physically strong and mentally strong. I mean, Invisible Woman embodies all of that. And so therefore, we've come to the end of our video. And usually when we come to the end of our video, I usually like to ask you, oh gray and bearded one,
yes,
because you're old.
Oh,
I asked for a wise missive.
I'm so old. Oh, is it cold in here?
Yeah,
No, it's cold in here.
It's a little cold. Yeah.
It's cold, and I don't know what time it is. What time is it, Dewey? What time?
It's time for you to give a wise missive.
Okay. You've heard it said that after you've lived your life, at the end, your life passes before your eyes. And I want to tell you that that's absolutely true. It's called living.
That's the end?
That's it.
Okay. With that having been said, I didn't want to cut you off. Like, is there something else?
Nope.
All right.
It's called living.
If this is your first time visiting the Mustache and the Beard, and you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to subscribe. Please push subscribe. We try
that like button.
Yeah, we try to make you laugh in the hopes of entertaining you while informing you with our over 100 years of being geeks.
Not that each of us has lived 100 years. It's just, together 100 years.
Over 100.
Over 100 years.
If something we've said has stirred you to make a comment, please do so. Tell us what we got right or what you think we might have gotten wrong.
Be gentle.
We thank you for watching. Please share this video. My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache.
I'm Junior Figueroa. I be the Beard.
We say see you later.
Hasta la vista.
Take it easy.
Peace.